Hi tribe, welcome back to my channel. Ke nna Mapalomaku. So today I thought let us do a video on the lies we tell ourselves about money. There are many, but today we are gonna get through to 10, okay? So even with you, do let me know what are some of the lies that you have told yourself when it comes to money. The first one, I will be happier when I have X amount. You know what? I'm in a season where I also feel like, you know what, Lord, I'll be much happier if I added way more zeros to my bank account, right? But remember, I think happiness truly is about being grateful for the things and the people that you do have already, okay? For example, with me, I'm always grateful for my children, for my siblings, for my family. I'm grateful for Pam.
Yay.
So it's really about looking at your life and saying, what am I grateful for right now? Yes, my financial situation might not be 100% where I want it to be, but bloody hell, I am still very happy. I'm a very happy human being, and being able to reflect on that and realize that you can be content even when you are going through different seasons, even when you are not where you want to be financially. So I think definitely it can be a lie that, you know, I'll only be happy when I have X amount. If you are someone who is not happy, no amount of money will make you happier. Yes, you'll feel ecstatic in the moment where you receive, perhaps let's call it a lump sum, but that happiness is not sustained, and money cannot sustain the happiness. Yes, it takes away a lot of worries, don't get me wrong. Like I said earlier, I want a couple more zeros, Father. Come, Lord, I'm your child, you know. So yeah, that's number one. I'll be happier when I have X amount of money. Then the second one, I deserve it regardless of whether I can afford it or not. Hey, this one I've seen too many times. People just saying, you know what, I deserve it. You deserve it. Baby, you deserve happiness. You deserve peace of mind. If it does not come with peace of mind, then that is not you. Then you're saying, I deserve stress, trauma, and just not being able to sleep peacefully at night. You do not deserve that. So I've seen people will take out a loan to go buy an expensive handbag. People will take out a loan or use their credit card for things that bring instant gratification, but the long-term effects of the decisions are painful, and you do not want that. You do not deserve pain. You do not deserve stress, especially financial stress that you yourself create. Okay, so you deserve peace. Peace is the goal, guys. Then the third one is I have strong financial willpower. This one happens to the best of us. I've been in situations where I've also told myself, you know what, when all is said and done, I will save or invest at the end. And normally what happens? No, it does not happen. So for example, I remember when I used to work in corporate, and I remember my boss at that time, I would do like odd jobs outside of the normal work, and you know, probably get like 30,000, 60,000, whatever it was. And yes, it was still a lot of money, but I would convince myself that, yay, you know what, I'm going to do right by this amount of money. At the end of the month, when I've seen that things, I've done what I need to do, I'll start putting money away. It never happened. It never ever did. So what I have learned is that every single time I get any type of lump sum at all, or any type of money that is not normal to what I receive every month, religiously I put away 30% of it. I don't care if it's raining, shining, I put away 30% of it. So don't depend so much on your willpower. Make sure that you do have those debit orders going off. Pam, how's that debit order going off? How is that debit order going? It's like, I'm very happy. And you know, one thing I love about debit orders, especially that go towards your savings and investing, it might feel painful when it goes off, but once you see your money building, it makes you feel so fantastic, so great. And you realize that actually I'm not just wasting my money. I can actually point to where my money has gone to. For me, that is one of the most powerful things that you can do for yourself. Just letting your money grow, making sure that you do have that debit order. If you can stretch yourself, so let's say your debit order currently is $1,000, but you know that you spend so much more on eating out, so much more on entertainment. Do put in an extra $500. Do put in an extra 1,000 rand, whatever that amount is for you. So stretch yourself when it comes to your finances, all right? And don't just depend on your willpower. Then the fourth one is I'll save more when I have more. Where would you get the habit from? From where are you going to finally get this habit of saving? If you are not used to doing it with small amounts, what makes you think you were going to do it when you earn your 100,000, your million rand? You're not used to it. It's not in you to put money away. So it's about building good habits from the get-go, even if you are earning peanuts. And I always tell this story. I remember when I started working, I was earning 3.5K, and I would put away 350 rand every single month. So it was a habit that I formed from very early on when I started in my career, and it has stayed with me, and I've built on that habit. Remember, it is all about building good financial habits, all right? Then the fifth one, I have plenty of time for to plan for my financial future. So you are young, you just started working, life is great, and you think to yourself, I don't need to be that serious right now. I don't need to start saving, investing, thinking about insurance, all these important things. I just want to live my life right now. I'm still figuring it out. When I get older, I will figure it out. Guys, I cannot believe that I'm in my 30s sometimes. I get shocked. I literally get shocked. I'm like, I don't even feel like I'm in my 30s. I think I'm still somewhere at 28. You know, I don't feel like it. I don't think I look like it. I don't even think like someone. I thought people in their 30s have their life together. And I am far from having my life together, right? So I think we all have this picture that at a certain age, you will live here, drive this car, your career would be at a certain stage, or, you know, we just have this picture. And sometimes I'm like, actually, for me, when I was younger, it looked like people who are my age right now had their lives together. And I'm just like, sometimes, you know, I look at my children, I'm like, please send an adult. God, send an adult here, because I cannot be the adult. I can't be the one they depend on, you know. So we're always thinking that we'll plan at a much later stage. We'll plan when we feel a bit older, when we, I don't know, at some golden age. And for me, planning is really such an important thing, especially when it comes to your finances, starting from when you are just graduated and starting your own job. I think it speaks to also that thing of building good financial habits, because you can't wait until you're 40 till you get your life together. And I know a lot of the times that's when people, it's just a wake-up call. And there's nothing that says you need to wait until you're 40. You can literally start planning your finances right in your 20s. And I think it's so important setting the right foundation from the get-go, okay? And I actually remember it's a couple of years now. I think it's been years. I did a consultation when I used to still do one-on-one consultations. This girl had just graduated. She was a lawyer, and she just started with her first job. She was earning a decent amount for your first-time job. And she said, you know what, Mapalo, I want to make sure that I'm doing the right thing. I encouraged her to stay at home even longer, because her friends were all moving out to their apartments. You know, we all want the picture with the key. And I said, you know what, just if you can, because not all situations will allow you to stay at home, right? You have to look at your situation. But if you can, do stay at home for a year longer, for 2 years longer. That car that is sort of paid off and it's like 60K, drive it for as long as you can. Make sure that you build reserves. Make sure that you're investing, you're saving, because once life starts hitting you, it becomes that much harder. Once you start getting married, having kids, all sorts of responsibilities, it starts getting harder. But if you make sure that those years when you are forming good habits, you start doing the right thing, believe me, you will set yourself apart massively. And one of the things, she even came back to me, I remember her name, Zeki. She came back to me, I think this is just during COVID, when I wanted to do like interviews with people that I've done coaching on. She said, Mapalo, my financial life is completely different from my friends. She said it is completely different. The things they complain about, I do not complain about, because I started doing the right thing from the time I met you and we did the coaching, and I set my own financial goals and my financial plan, and I've stuck to it. I can go on holiday when I want to. And she even says that I think she only bought a car, it was last year. But even then, she bought it cash because she said she started saving. She stayed at home for much longer, and she didn't have the pressure to furnish a flat, or all of those things that we put ourselves under pressure because we think, okay, this is the timeline. Do it at your own time, at your own pace. Okay, the thing about life, it always works out. That is what I know for sure, 100%. It always works out, especially when you wake up every day and you're trying to do the right thing. Okay, so do not put yourself under an immense amount of pressure. Have your plan, work your plan, and forget what everybody else is doing. I think that for me is one of the best advice that I've received and I've applied even in my own life. My own pace, okay? My own pace, my own terms. All right, then the eighth one, is it the eighth one? No, that was the fifth one, right? Okay, so now the sixth one is something else will come up. Pam.
This is my song.
That's Pam's song. Pam's favorite thing, okay? Something will come up. Something will come up. Can I give them an example the other time?
Learn from my mistakes.
Learn from Pam's mistakes, okay? So Pam, like I said, she's a pro hairstylist, and that's why my hair is always looking fresh, beautiful, nice, styled, everything, right? So she did my hair. She washed a couple of weeks for me, and she styled my hair for an event that I was speaking at. And me being me, I didn't pay her. She sent me an invoice. I was like, I'll pay her. Then eventually she's like, hey, boss lady, please give me my money. I was like, hey, excuse man. Did the whole thing. And she's like, I'm a bit broke. I'm like, okay, I know, let me pay her. I don't want Pam to ever be broke. And then on a Friday night, we go out to one of the most, for me anyway, I feel like it's one of the most expensive places to go out in Johannesburg. So we go there, zoo, right? Yes. Yeah, we go there, and baby girl is there, like ordering. I'm like, didn't you say? Girl's like, no, something will come up. I'm like, hey, boy. Pam.
I have faith.
She's in the background saying, I have faith. Pam tests the Lord, hey? Pam will test the Lord. And she'll be like, no, something will come up. I've been in situations also where I'm like, something will come up. And I think also I'm kind of erratic in that way, like especially when I feel like I'm broke, that's when I spend lots of money. That's when I'm just like, well, it's not going to solve all my problems. Bad advice, okay? Bad advice. Terrible. And normally when I go out with Pam, I'll pay because, it's okay.
Miss money.
I miss money. But that day, I was like, no, I'm not playing this game with you. She knows more than half the time when you go out, I will pay. But that day, I was like, weren't you the one who was telling me that you broke? I'm like, no, I'm not playing that game with you, boo. You are going to pay. If you want to be here, you are going to have to pay for your bill. And I don't even think she learned a lesson, to tell you the truth. I don't think she learned a lesson. She's been just shaking her like, nah. But we had a good time. That's what Pam believes. What is that saying of yours?
Here for a good time, not a long time.
No, the one you have on your phone. What's
Right.
that? What's that? That
Life is
code.
for living.
Life is for living. That's Pam's motto. She just goes by, life is for living and God's got me. Nothing wrong with that, but best believe you need to have a plan. Just
God's working on you. Changing.
yes, God's working on you, Pam. Yeah, I mean, we are human. Just do allow yourself to have fun, but always just have some sort of a plan, right? Then the seventh one is someone else will take care of it. My parents, my partner, somebody will see to it that this thing works out. Ma'am, say that is the most dangerous thing. And I think it can even be like a very terrible thing or habit where people will know that, I don't have money, but they can make a plan with someone else. Like, no, I know Mapalo will do this. I think that's just a bad habit. How do you always look at other people to solve your problems? For me, you need to build, it's about your character also. If all the time people know that I'm always asking for money from them, that is just bad behavior. Don't do that. If you are accustomed to doing that, just take a step back and say, actually, what is the type of person I want to be with? I want to be, right? My sisters can't always know that, come month end, Mapalo is going to be calling. No, you don't want to be that person. You don't want to be that person. And that dependency on other people is not great. I think all the time, just think about, what is my character? How do I want people to think of me when I'm not around? Other people, yes, they're full of rubbish. I almost said it's a word. Some people are full of rubbish. Sure, they can think whatever they want to think, but people in your life, people you value, you don't want to be that one who's always asking for money. No, don't be that person. No, clean up your energy and be like, okay, this is the type of person I want to be. Yes, there are instances, where you will ask for help from family, but then every time Pam is the one calling, hey, can I? No, you don't want to be that. All right, then number 8, I'm saving money because it's on sale. What lies do we tell ourselves? Lies. I know people who you have not planned to buy this dress. It was not part of your budget. It wasn't even, you were not even thinking of it. But you go past Forever New. It's on sale, I'm saving. What do you say? No, you've just spent 800 bucks. If the dress was 1.6, you just spent 800 bucks. It doesn't mean you saved. If on the other hand, it was something that you said, you know what, I want to buy this. Maybe this jacket is 3K, and you know what, I'm going to save for it for 2 months or whatever, however long. And you go to the store because now you have the 3,000 rand specifically for this thing that you've been saving for. And you get there and lo and behold, it's 2K. Yes, look at you. You've saved 1,000 bucks. But what do we do often? You have not budgeted for that thing. You haven't even thought about that thing. You go into a store, it's on sale. No, you just spent that amount of money. And that's all. And even with me, I have a confession to make. So we're doing the kitchen now, and one of the things I wanted, a chrome tap, right? Went to Kramerville, got there. This tap was 12,000 rand, and I was like, there is no way I'm spending 12K on a tap. There's no way. Water comes out of it. It's not that special. But it was a beautiful tap, though. It was a beautiful tap. I wish no, it was too expensive for a tap, right? So I go out of them like, hey, no ways. So I go look for something similar at other stores. I get to the other store, and I think this one cost 3.5 or something like that. And in my mind, because remember I saw 12K and I was like, oh hell no, there's no way. Now 3.5, I'm like, oh, look at all this money that I'm saving. Look at all this money. Then I was at Leroy Merlin thinking, oh no, I can get 2 more vases. Oh no, but what about this? I mean, I saved and like 9k, I saved in 8.5k. No, I had not saved 8.5k. No ways, I did not save it. I did not buy that type because I knew it was bloody expensive. But I tricked my mind into thinking, oh no, because I didn't spend so much on that one, I still have more room to buy other stuff. Let's stop lying to ourselves. Normally it's not a sale. You just bought that thing for that amount. That's it. Okay. Then number 9, I got approved for this credit card. So it means, I'm not too bad. I can qualify for these things. My debt is not too bad. They will give you all the debt you want, even more, okay? You being approved for a credit card or having your credit score in good shape does not mean you can actually afford stuff, all right? Always look at your affordability. Do you need this thing? Do you really, should you be having such a maximum amount on your credit card? Those things you have to be aware of. And I think when it comes to finances, it's about making all these small decisions every day that add up. It's not like one big thing you went and got 500,000 in rent worth of debt and boom, oh my gosh. It's normally just the small decisions we take every single day. Okay, so just because you got approved for it, it does not mean you qualify for it, nor should you be taking it on. Then the last one, number 10. Maybe one of the lies we tell ourselves about money and people is that maybe they'll pay me back this time around. If that person lied to you before, if that person did not return the money before, why are you still giving them money? Please stop lying to yourself. If someone has shown you their true colors, if someone tells you who they are the first time, believe them, boo, okay? Because some people, it's just a habit and they know that you're gullible enough for you to give them money. So if someone has shown you that the first time that they couldn't return the money they said they will return, on the day they said they'll return the money, and it's always so shocking to me. Like, you come to me, I'm peaceful, going on about my life, and you say, hey, can you lend me 5k, can you lend me 1,000? I'll pay you on the 25th when I get paid. Now on the 25th, so now, and I'm actually a terrible person to borrow money from, because I speak, right? On the 25th, I'm not going to wait for you. I'll send you a message, hey, don't forget me. It's the 25th. Truly, I am like that. I'm like that because I never ever want to get upset with people and money. I straight up tell you, hey, please note, I have noted that it is the 25th, the day you said you're going to have my money, so please do not forget me, right? And then some people, the whole day, nothing. Like, why must I run after you for the money? So please stop giving people money. Just, I think the moral of the story. If you are going to give someone money and you're going to borrow them money, be comfortable that you'll never get it back. And know that the relationship or friendship or whatever it is will still be intact even if this person doesn't pay you, and you can write it off as a sunk cost. If you cannot do that, do not give anyone money, okay? And some people, like we said, people, their character, man, so make sure that if you're not okay losing that money or never having it back, do not give anyone any amount of money. So what are some of the lies you have told yourself when it comes to money? I know there's a lot, and even me, in some of this, you've seen, I've lied to myself quite a little bit, but you know what? We are growing, and we are trying to make better financial decisions. So do let me know in the comments, what are some of the lies you've told yourself, and what are some of the lies you have stopped telling yourself? Thank you so much for watching. I will see you soon.